Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation of the 2030 agenda.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Basak. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up. And we have stocks also up. Now we have the crypto exchange bullish completes purchase of CoinDesk. And we know whoever controls the media controls the minds of the masses. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. Right now, we have yield rates flat. We have the dollar even weaker, and we know that is wonderful for markets. We have volume in crypto up. We have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And we have Tether Freezes 225 million linked to a human trafficking syndicate amid DOJ investigation. And guys, we know the Tether movie, the Binance movie, none of it's over. The distractions are going to keep coming. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $935 billion on Friday. Guys, make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis. We know Janet Yellen is tapping that. We're going to see how low they're going to allow it to go because we know they need that backstop. And, guys, we have the holiday this week. We have the stock market is going to be closed on Thanksgiving, which is Thursday, bond market and FX market. And then we have CME, I think it's going to be closed from Wednesday to Friday. So if the dollar stays weak, yields stay low, we should start seeing liquidity come in Friday night going into Thursday. Now we have Fed data come in. And I don't know why they call it a survey because we know they have all the data. And we have consumer credit applications down sharply. And we know that's due to housing. And credit rejection rate moves up. And we have over 65% of Americans couldn't access $2,000 in case of an emergency. Remember, guys, the Fed has all this data. You have Visa, MasterCard, American Express. You're swiping all day. They have all the data. They know the consumer is hurting. But remember, guys, that's all part of the plan to take humanity out the workforce. Bring in the robots, algorithms, and drones. They don't need a lunch break. They're not going to call out sick. No health care, and you can work them to death, and they'll never complain. And I'm going to touch more on this at the end of this video. But we have the agenda being moved up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sending about $28.8 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Kronos Research halts trading amid a $25 million API key hack investigation. Also, we have Santander Private Bank introduces Bitcoin, Ethereum trading for clients in Switzerland. And we're going to see more and more big banks offering trading and custody either directly or through one of their subsidiaries. We know exchanges are nothing but banks. Now we have Osaka Digital Exchange to start security token trading platform. And guys, make sure you go watch my Society 5.0 videos. Japan leaders were brought to San Francisco to plan out the fourth industrial revolution a long time ago. And something similar when Xi just came to San Francisco speaking to the corporations. It looked like the same exact layout. Now we have MasterCard combats crypto fraud with the latest AI integration. And we know if AI is going to be your security, AI is going to be your hacker. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we know that big hack is definitely coming. And lastly, speaking of AI, we have Sam Altman and Greg Brockman to join Microsoft. Yes, guys, you heard that correctly. You can't make this stuff up. And they're going to be leading the new advanced AI research team. And Microsoft still has the partnership with OpenAI. But the only reason why you have Sam Altman and Greg Brockman joining Microsoft is to speed up the agenda. Elon Musk didn't send out that tweet for any reason. That tweet was an encoded message. We know all about the fourth industrial revolution, but 99% of the globe unfortunately don't. And they definitely don't know the true agenda. And remember, the fourth industrial revolution wouldn't work with all this automation without crypto. And remember, crypto means hidden message, hidden meaning. These machines now have money. That means they now have their own economy. They will be able to run the globe with not one human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.